let's begin the exam with our first question. And question number 1 states, what is the purpose of a firewall in a network? Is it A, to determine the best path for data between different networks? Is it B, to filter and control incoming and outgoing network traffic? Is it C, to assign IP addresses to devices on the network? Or is it D, to connect devices within a LAN? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is B, to filter and control incoming and outgoing network traffic. The primary purpose of a firewall in a network is to filter and control incoming and outgoing network traffic, providing security by enforcing access policies. And for the incorrect answers, to determine the best path for data between different networks, this is the role of a router. To assign IP addresses to devices on the network, this is typically done by DHCP. And to connect devices within a LAN, this is often the role of a switch or a hub. And for the next question of our exam, question number 2. And the question states, which network topology connects each device to a central hub or switch, forming a star-like structure? Is it A, bus topology? Is it B, mesh topology? Is it C, star topology? Or is it D, ring topology? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is C, star topology. Star topology connects each device to a central hub or switch, creating a star-like structure. All data passes through the central hub. And for the incorrect answers, bus topology devices are connected to a single central cable. Mesh topology involves complex interconnections between devices, and ring topology forms a closed loop of interconnected devices. And for the next question of our exam, question number 3. And the question states, what protocol is commonly used to send and receive emails? Is it A, HTTP? Is it B, SMTP? Is it C, DNS? Or is it D, FTP? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is B, SMTP. SMTP, or Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, is commonly used to send and receive emails. It handles the transfer of emails between servers. And for the incorrect answers, HTTP is used for web communication, DNS is used for translating domain names to IP addresses, and FTP is used for files transfers. And for the next question of our exam, question number 4. And the question states, which of the following is not a function of a switch in a network? Is it A, learning MAC addresses? Is it B, filtering and forwarding data based on MAC addresses? Is it C, determining the best path for data between different networks? Or is it D, segmenting collision domains? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is C, determining the best path for data between different networks. Determining the best path for data between different networks is not a function of a switch. It's typically done by routers. And for the incorrect answers, learning MAC addresses, switches learn MAC addresses to make forwarding decisions. Filtering and forwarding data based on MAC addresses, this is a key function of switches. And segmenting collision domains, switches help reduce collisions in Ethernet networks. And for the next question of our exam, question number 5. The question states, what is the purpose of a NAT, or network address translation, in a network? Is it A, to encrypt network traffic? Is it B, to translate private IP addresses to a single public IP address for external communication? Is it C, to assign IP addresses to devices on the network? Or is it D, to manage user authentication? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is B, to translate private IP addresses to a single public IP address for external communication. NAT, or network address translation, is used to translate private IP addresses to a single public IP address for external communication, allowing multiple devices to share a single public IP address. And for the incorrect answers, encrypt network traffic. Encryption is a different function, often handled by VPNs. To assign IP addresses to devices on the network, this is typically done by DHCP. And to manage user authentication is a separate process typically handled by authentication servers. And for the next question of our exam, question number 6. And the question states, what is the primary role of a DNS, or domain name system server, in a network? Is it A, to assign IP addresses to devices? Is it B, to route data between different networks? Is it C, to translate domain names into IP addresses? Or is it D, to encrypt network traffic? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is C, to translate domain names into IP addresses. The primary role of a DNS, or domain name system server, is to translate domain names like example.com into IP addresses like 192.168.1.1 on the internet. And for the incorrect answers, to assign IP addresses to devices, this is typically done by DHCP. To route data between different networks, routing is performed by routers, and to encrypt network traffic, encryption is handled separately. And for the next question for exam, question number 7. And the question states, what is the purpose of a proxy server in a network? Is it A, to filter and control incoming and outgoing network traffic? Is it B, to translate domain names into IP addresses? Is it C, to assign IP addresses to devices? Or is it D, to establish secure VPN connections? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is A, to filter and control incoming and outgoing network traffic. A proxy server's primary purpose is to filter and control incoming and outgoing network traffic, acting as an intermediary between clients and servers. And for the incorrect answers, to translate domain names into IP addresses, this is the role of a DNS. To assign IP addresses to devices, typically done by a DHCP. And to establish secure VPN connections, VPNs serve a different purpose. And for the next question for exam, question number 8. And the question states, what type of attack involves attempting to gain unauthorized access to a network or system by guessing passwords or using known vulnerabilities? Is it A, phishing? Is it B, brute force attack? Is it C, DDoS or distributed denial of service attack? Or is it D, spoofing? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is B, brute force attack. A brute force attack involves attempting to gain unauthorized access by guessing passwords or systematically trying all possible combinations until the correct one is found. And for the incorrect answers, phishing is a method of deceiving individuals to reveal sensitive information. DDoS or distributed denial of service attack aims to overwhelm a network or system with excessive traffic, and spoofing involves falsifying information to appear as someone else. And for the next question for exam, question number 9. And the question states, which of the following is not a wireless networking standard? Is it A, 802.11ac? Is it B, Ethernet? Is it C, 802.11n? Or is it D, 802.11ax? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is B, Ethernet. Ethernet is not a wireless networking standard. It refers to wired networking technologies. And obviously the other three, AC, N, and AX are wireless standards. And for the last question of our exam, question number 10. And the question states, in a network, what device connects different networks and makes routing decisions based on IP addresses? Is it A, a switch? Is it B, a hub? Is it C, a router? Or is it D, a firewall? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is C, a router. A router connects different networks and makes routing decisions based on IP addresses, directing traffic between networks. And for the incorrect answers, switches operate within a local network and use MAC addresses for forwarding. Hubs simply broadcast data to all connected devices, and firewalls filter traffic but do not perform routing functions. Ladies and gents, if you'd like to further support this channel, make sure to check my Udemy instructor channel where I've posted a number of Comptia exams. The exams consist of 270 questions each and are presented in greater detail. The link for my Udemy instructor channel is presented in the description of this video. If and only if you found this video informative, make sure to drop a sub and share it with your friends. I hope you found this video informative, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!